Hi, I'm Doug Bull with Lincoln Electric, and today I would like to demonstrate the new Intelli-Arc welding system from Southern Educational Systems, which works in conjunction with Lincoln Electric's new production monitoring software. This system was designed to accomplish 5 things: to help an instructor teach about welding cost, to help determine when overwelding takes place, to help an instructor with welding assessments, to develop a technology which is green, and to provide the necessary information for a new certification that Lincoln's got coming out called a Welding Cost and Sizing Certification. So with that, what I'd like to do is make a weld and demonstrate our system. For our demonstration today, I am going to put in a 3/16 fillet weld in the flat position, and we know that the weight of this weld should be 0.038 pounds per 6 inches of weld. So let's see how I do. I will be using the MIG process with a helium-based gas, and we'll put the hood down and start to weld. Coming on. Here's the fillet weld that was just welded. I can put a fillet gauge on this weld and it will tell me some things about the weld, but to really know the exact amount of weld metal deposit, I would have no way of knowing that unless I have an Intelli-Arc system. So let's look at that system and find out exactly how I did. Remember, I was shooting for 0.038 pounds of weld metal in this joint, or slightly over. This screen is showing us the weld that was just made. The deposition weight, which is where my mouse is now, is 0.0405. Remember, I said 0.038 was the target weight, so I am about 5% heavy, which is really a pretty good weld. Also, you can see that the deposition rate is 7.71 pounds an hour. We use that deposition rate in order to cost out this weld. And lastly, you can see that the weld duration, it took 18.9 seconds to make this weld, and that is also information that we use in costing out the weld. In the last screen, the computer told us that our deposition rate was 7.71 pounds an hour. So I'll plug that in to our computer, 7.71 pounds. You see it go in there, right where the mouse is. And once that is in, and we put in a labor and overhead rate, here we're using $30 an hour, this software will tell us that it cost us $12.60 to put in 1 pound of weld metal. And obviously, as we change procedures and wire feed speeds, that deposition rate will change, and it will change the costing of the weld. Also, it's important to note that when a weld is costing you $12 to put in 1 pound, that if you put in 20 or 30% too much weld metal, it is very expensive. And it is exactly the opposite of what we want to be doing when we're trying to weld using green technology, or putting in the appropriate amount of weld without overwelding so that we don't use too much electricity. One of the nice things about the Intelli-Arc system is that an instructor can use this system to provide welding assessments of his students. Students who are in the beginning stage will tend to overweld dramatically, and as they progress and learn more about welding and practice with this equipment, They will put in weights that far more accurately demonstrate the type of weld that they need to put in. And there will be records kept on the computer that will help with that assessment. Lastly, Lincoln is offering a certification which certifies someone to being able to properly size and cost out a weld. Obviously, in a competitive manufacturing environment, companies are looking for welders that understand welding cost and that understand that it is very expensive to overweld or to weld with the wrong procedures. All of this training will keep that from happening. Thanks for your time today. We've enjoyed being with you.